almost fucking through this shit.
Worst week you've been on?
Oh, this is definitely the worst week professionally for me ever. Yeah, bad week. You know what? We're here. We're rolling. You know how many? You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
If you look at what happened this week, right? First of all, everybody's excited about Tony Habib. We switch him out. We put in Max Holloway. Ticket sales go up. Thing is almost sold out. You see the craziness that's happened the last couple days. 253 refunds.
Really?
253 refunds. We had a gate of like of 3 million. At the gate's at 2.9 million now. So pretty amazing.
And Al's friends and family will probably pick up those 253
Yeah, you're right.
tickets.
You're right. You know, a New Yorker now fighting for the title isn't a bad thing, and I guarantee you, you know, we'll sell tomorrow. We'll get the gate up over 3 million again. So, I mean, I don't know what other sport or what other combat sport this could be done in. You know, they're scrambling right now for the Triple G fight, and I hope they do it. I hope they pull it off, and you know, Triple G gets to fight somebody and make some good money. But it's pretty fucking amazing how awesome our fans are.
Can you just clarify though, is a title fight also for Yaquinta?
For
The title is also for him? Or
No,
just for
no,
Khabib?
it's the Athletic Commission has an actual regulation that if you are over, you know, the 155.0 limit, it's not for the title. But obviously, if he wins, he's the man. It's you know, we'll figure out, you know, those technicalities after the fight.
And what was the situation with Holloway? Why you know, he didn't make weight? What was the situation?
Yeah, he got to 160, and apparently the commission didn't like how he looked and didn't want him to continue to cut weight. And if that's the way they feel, it's the way I feel too. I respect Max so much for stepping up for this fight and trying to make the weight. He's a stud, and I appreciate him very much. And you know, we'll get him back in his own division, give him the time to train and get ready for this fight, and fight Ortega.
The commission seemed to be making all kinds of interesting decisions today. Apparently a doctor wasn't involved in Max being pulled from the fight, according to a Hawaiian outlet. The situation with Paul Felder, he wasn't ranked, so they said that he couldn't fight. What's it been like today dealing with the commission and all of that red tape?
It's definitely interesting dealing with New York. Very different than everywhere else, but you know, these guys just had a situation here not too long ago, so I think that they're overly cautious, as they should be. But I can tell you, you know me, if I think something's unright, they've been very fair with us, and they've worked this. Listen, look at all the stuff that's happened. We're still here. We're having an event. The gate's still where it was, and everything's good. So, you know, they're different, and they have their own rules and regs, but they've been great to us.
You guys announced the fight between RDA and Colby now for Chicago. Did anything change, like the fact that what happened with Conor McGregor make you change this?
What changed was we never announced the fight. We never announced that fight and where it was. And, you know, as the reason we don't announce these things until they're done is because they're never done until they're done.
But there was a situation about security in Brazil. People were like worried about his security in Brazil, Colby going to Brazil.
Yeah, but that we worry about that situation everywhere. You know, it's not just Brazil or other countries. Look at what happened here yesterday. And to be honest with you, a lot more damage and a lot more injuries would have happened if our limited security crew that was there didn't do what they did. You know, yeah, I mean, you'll see it. The full video comes out today, so you guys will see from beginning to end what happened.
What's going to happen with Conor, though, from your point of view? In the UFC, nothing?
I don't know. He's got legal issues right now, and you know, we got to get through this weekend and then sit down with my crew, you know, Ari included, and figure out where we go from here.
We saw what happened with him in Bellator, and then of course this situation. This appears to be a man unhinged. Are you worried about his well-being and his health and his state of mind?
I am, and I don't think it's not known. I care about Conor, and yeah, this isn't the you know, Conor's always had the reason he's such a huge star. He has this unbelievable personality. He's very cocky and brash and everything else, but this is just over the top. Makes me feel like something's wrong. You know, he was offended yesterday that I said that, but I agree with you. Yes, this is a guy who's acting like things aren't right.
So the octagon for him is not a conversation right now. A conversation is where you go from here in terms of, I guess, figuring out what's going on with him in his life.
Right. We got to see what's going on with him legally, what's going on with him personally, and you know, the guy's a big star who's been a big part of the UFC for 5 years now, and yeah.
Did he apologize?
We got a lot of work to do.
Did he apologize, or did you talk to him?
I have not talked to him. I have not talked to him. But yesterday he did apologize. He apologized for, you know, shaking Rose up and hurting Michael Chiesa, and that was before we knew that Ray Borg was hurt too. And you know, Conor's got a lot of things he's got to get through over the next year, I would imagine, and we'll go from there.
You mentioned earlier he thought it was justified what he did. Is that a bad sign?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, he had beef with Khabib. There were, I mean, I don't know how many people on the bus that had nothing to do with it, innocent people. You know, and I think he needs some time to sit back, reflect, and think about it and look at what happened. And like I said, we'll see how this thing plays out.
The event has only 9 fights now, right? 8 fights now. Are you guys planning, today you guys just had this huge 25 years of the UFC celebration. Are you planning, because it's kind of like, you know, bittersweet right now for you, right?
So what's the question?
It is a little bit bittersweet to have like this huge event after what happened this week.
It's not bittersweet, it's fucking nuts. It's, yeah, I mean, I'm just happy there's an event with good fights still on the card. So it's unbelievable. And like I said, as far as the gate and everything else goes, a testament to our fans. And as far as the fight still being going, that's why this is the greatest sport in the world. These fighters are awesome.
And I mean, Iaquinta, you guys have had issues with him in the past, and he steps up in a massive way. How did this whole thing come together with him? Like, how was he end up being the guy? Because at the, you know, when you think about people that, you know, haven't had a great relationship with you over the years and have said some interesting things, so to speak.
Right.
How does he become the guy?
Well, it's, you know, I think that we have those relationships off and on with a lot of fighters. It happens. You know, these guys are, when you're dealing with, you know, 500 alpha males and females, everybody thinks they're the best. Everybody thinks that they deserve this and that. And then there's reality. So we're always going to butt heads and we're not going to see eye to eye with people. But Al Iaquinta is a real fighter. He's got a real record. He's a tough guy, and he jumped at an opportunity. And that's what I love. I love guys. Felder and Iaquinta were freaking out, you know, basically demanding this fight. I love that.
You left out Pettis' name.
I love that. Well, Pettis, you know, I have had a great relationship with Pettis for a long time too. Pettis was not overly, I don't think his team was. I shouldn't say Pettis. I don't think his team was excited about him taking this opportunity. And you know what happens, you've seen it many times before, when a guy is in a position like this and he has a great opportunity, yet his team is against him on it. Outcome is usually this.
Thanks, Dana.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.